want to give a little hope, a little inspiration, a little, don't count on medical statistics to tell you when you're going to die. Statistics are just that. They're statistics. That's not you. That's not personal. You have some control. And sometimes you don't, and maybe that's okay. Sadly, we're all going to die. And I like to imagine as I get older that there is more. And why can't I imagine that, whether it's true or not? That's what I like to believe. I like to believe that my parents are up there. They're looking down on me. Sometimes I can talk to them, and sometimes I feel like they hear me. And whether they're answering me, that's up to me. Well, I'm probably just imagining what they'd say. But, that's all okay. But about medical statistics, when my dad had a lot of health issues, but that didn't keep him down. At 39, he had a bypass. And then he had it again at, what would that be, 54. And then by the time he got to 70, his heart was like, not working so great, right? He had congested heart failure. And he went to a doctor at, I believe, the Mayo Clinic. Yeah, I think it was the Mayo Clinic. And that doctor gave him 6 months to live. Now that is hard to hear, right? For anyone. And that was based on his heart ejections or whatever, your something to do with your valve ejections and how it was affecting his liver. It was causing other organs to have issues. So the doctor recommended he either get a heart transplant or mechanical heart. Now this was all going on when Dick Cheney was getting his heart. I don't know if it was a transplant or a mechanical heart. And for some reason, that just rubbed my dad the wrong way. They were close to the same age, maybe. And my dad told the doctor, no, somebody younger should get that heart. I'm 70, it's okay. Now, did he regret it? Well, maybe, because maybe his trajectory would have been a little bit different. But you know what? He didn't die after 6 months. No. He didn't die after a year. No. My dad lived to be 83, almost 84. He was 2 months shy of being 84. Okay? So statistics, shemistics. Don't pay attention to him. And he didn't get a heart transplant. Okay, I wanted to give one more example of a personal to me. So when I was 38, 2006, I had pink eye. I went to my primary. He sent me to an ophthalmologist. They ran a bunch of tests. They gave me medicine for pink eye. But during the testing, the doctor says to me, I think I need you to get an MRI. I'm like, why? It's just pink eye. And no, he said, well, I don't know whether or not to tell you this, but I guess I'll tell you. I'm a doctor. Whatever. And he says, I'm concerned you might have MS because I'm seeing that you have what I think is optic neuritis. And that is statistically one of the first signs of multiple sclerosis. So I go get an MRI, and guess what? Oh yeah, they saw I think 9, what do they call them? Plaques or lesions? Yeah, lesions. And yep, neurologist says, yep, you have multiple sclerosis. So of course, go home, cry. Of course, it's horrible. It's a real thing. I know it's a real thing. But my symptom was optic neuritis that I never, ever thought about. It just basically meant my left eye doesn't work like my right eye. Like it was like, it's like I can't see the E, but it was fine, So, but then, what does that do to your mental thoughts, your emotions, your well-being? You just fixate. Now you fixate. I got multiple sclerosis. Oh no, I'm going to not be able to walk. I'm going to whatever. All these other bad things are going to happen in your whole life. But it turns into this worrying game of, oh my God, what did I have? What do I have now? The statistics. Let's look at So of course you go on this medicine and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh my gosh, this medicine is way worse than any symptom I've ever had, which is basically none. So I stopped taking it. And all the neurologists, everybody's telling me not to. This is not medical advice. This is my own personal story. Don't do anything I'm telling you. You'd make your own decisions like everyone else should. Talk to a doctor, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you what I did. So this was 2006. Thank God. Oh, and I had another MRI a few years later. I had tingling feet, but guess what? I weighed more. So my feet probably tingled. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe it was the MS. I have 9 lesions on my brain. So I go get another MRI thinking, oh, maybe this will be better. Maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, 21 lesions now. Okay. Well, don't have any more symptoms. I don't know. So then I look up statistics, more medical statistics. Then I look up and guess what? They did a study. It was only 12 people, okay? So it's not like that big of a study. But they did 12 random cadavers that were brought into, the medical, whatever, scientific, that, and none of them had been diagnosed with MS while they were living. None of them. And guess what? 4 of the 12 had what in their brain, the lesions that I had. And so, of those 12, 4 of them would have been, if they would have had that MRI, they would have been told they have MS. So you know what I chose to believe? Some people, this is what I chose to believe, not medical advice. I'm not a doctor, not anything in the medical, anything in the medical profession. Don't have symptoms. Never stop. I took the medicine for maybe, a few months, but that was horrible. So not advice to you. This is what I chose to do. And 20 years later, I still can't see out of this eye, but so medical statistics, take care of yourself. Don't see like, oh, well, no, you got to take care of yourself. You got to do, what you can do, what you want to do, but, got to use your own brain. Go to different doctors, read for yourself what you should do for things. You can't, every medical school has a doctor who was at the bottom and you don't know who that is. Not to say that they were wrong, because obviously an MRI is an MRI, and what the results were, I guess, were what the results were, okay? And also, I spent many, many worried days and nights and tears and fears, right? For nothing that has come of it. And maybe it will come of it. But will the worry have done anything? No. Should I have been on medication to treat multiple sclerosis? I don't like saying that word, is hard for me to say. For the past 20 years, I say no. And if I wake up tomorrow and I can't walk because of it, I'm still going to say no, because the side effects for me were really bad. And I've had 20 really good years. Okay. So maybe I have some holes in my brain that are affecting my memory, because that does seem to be a problem, but who knows? Just some of it's normal aging. All right. Have a great day. I'm going to try this ginger. It's not alcohol. It's just a ginger drink. Oh, do we see it? Oh, yeah. Here it is. Okay. Here we go. Spicy.